Welcome back to my channel Adam's Adventures, and today's video I will be showing you what a former mine looked like back in the day where it would have been really busy collecting slate. Firstly though, let's go for a gentle walk around Llanberis. Coming up to an old mining road which now offers a walkway appears to be a large rock formation. There is a plaque placed onto one of them which shows a true spirit of a union and fair trade work for the miners that grafted years of years not knowing what their futures will hold. This view spot is marvellous just to look onwards of Snowdonia National Park. Taking in the views is a must for any visitor. Shouldn't really walk on this train line as it's quite dangerous and many tourists like myself start to get carried away from the surrounding beauty of Snowdonia. This track was placed here just for the mini railway train ride for a tourist attraction. I would rather walk everywhere as possible to get much of a deeper experience. After going through a forest woodland area, I must say you take in what's around you as much as you can. So I pretty much did, and the trail of this lake walk was not a disappointed one as I've come across, which definitely looks of a miner's barracks quarters where they would have stayed, and it seems to be dated back for some years, possibly for my sake I'll say around late 1800s to early 1900s. Ended my walk by seeing a quarry miners hospital, which unfortunately was closed at the time to lack of staff running the museum, but only can imagine to think they had a lot of buildings like this ready for unnecessary accidents at the time. Now coming up to Dinorwig Quarry, which was the second largest mine in Wales, those largest in the world, just coming behind off a Penra quarry near Bethesda. I will show you what the true scale of this mine that once employed 3,000 men at one time and powerhouse of slating. As you will see that these would have possibly been the original pathways climbing up to many of the shafts and galleries with more or less of equipment left behind as part of its world heritage. Opened up in 1787, this quarry mine had to be built differently in stages across the 700-acre steep slopes of the land, as it made of the journey of getting slate from down the mine a challenge, at least up until the mid-1830s. As you will see, some of the original tramway transportation is still here, and walking along it makes you wonder how massive of this site would have been, with the due to being hardly any health and safety. The impact of these miners it sure took a toll on them. Anglesey Barracks, as you will see here, would have housed hundreds of miners to keep them more appropriate location to stay during the works of what's going on at the time. Surely these miners have been great company to one another, especially when the times were tough and weather would have been extremely harsh with its never-ending changes. By July 1969, this all changed and the slate production started to fade away gradually. Removal of the slate rock became a challenge as clearance and dumping the material in such places wasn't necessary, as some went down to the work pits. A public auction came around and buyers would have wanted some of the tools and equipment to pay off the debts by the company that folded. However, Gwynedd County Council made a place bid and wanted to buy out everything and keep whatever is there for it to become a heritage site. The views up here where I am at was breathtaking and blown away of what the industry was like during the mining stages of life. It shocked me for good that how much land was destroyed just for slate. It's so bizarre in a way that quarries like this one made an impact for it just to die out and not come back to life. Today, just a small sector of business owns a hydropower plant for the close by reservoirs. Thank you for watching this video that I've created on the mining industry, and see you on the next adventure.